Hello, great people. Despite Peter Obi's advice to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu that he should try to cut his foreign trips and stay in the country, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has jet out of the country again, this time to UAE for a sustainability summit. You will recall that Peter Obi addressed a press conference whereby he said it is a new year assessment of the government of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and Peter Obi has strong words in that particular press conference. He said the president has made about 30 foreign trips since he became president, that out of his 580 days in office at the time, Bola Ahmed Tinubu has spent 180 days in the country, outside the country. So Peter Obi gave the advice that rather than you to be jetting out of the country, why not save money and keep this money in Nigeria instead of you to go on medical tourism? Why not use our federal medical center, visit our universities, be more prudent, consider the economic hardship in the country? Peter Obi had a lot of remarks in that particular video, and you will recall that Felix Smoker, an Igbo man for that matter, and you want to imagine that if Peter Obi is speaking about government, right? This is not, it's assessing the government. Why is he the spokesperson of the secretary of the APC that is now fighting the battle when he is accusing the presidency of performance, and the president as his spokesperson, Sunday Daniel Buwala? So why is it Felix Moka that now put the whole battle on his head, despite the fact that he is not in government, he is just one of the leaders of the party? So was there a clear orchestration to pitch the Igbos against Igbo that, okay, if we let another person to fire Obi pieces, then it may be an issue, that let us push his Igbo brother to him so that there won't be much controversies around it. Is that the case? But then the president has refused not to travel. He has traveled again. Well, what I can say about that is that sincerely we cannot stop the president not to travel, and there's no cap limit to the extent at which the president can travel. In fact, somebody can be elected president in Nigeria and he will decide that he want to go and spend all his time abroad, so far as he is able to transmit power to his deputy. So if somebody has like an extremely loyal deputy and he decide that, well, I want to go abroad for the next 6 months, 1 year, nothing will happen so far as he has transmitted power. So there's no limit, there's no peak that you can only travel for so days or so time per year. And the solution to that is that to make it a law that, okay, if you want to travel, you must be traveling for so and so reasons. And should we put it that, is there a limit to the amount you can travel? Could that be possible? And that is why the legislator exists. But till that happens, you cannot stop the president not to travel. What I can say to the president himself is that you are free to travel as much as you want, travel the way you like, but make sure that your traveling is bringing goodies, is bringing dividends, is bringing foreign direct investment, is bringing technological advancement, is bringing great things to Nigeria. And that is where I have like a bit of issue with the president's travel. For me, the president can travel every day and be touring the world as much as he like, but so long as a political scientist, so long as I can see the the dividend of those travel, then it is okay by me. For instance, if there are massive inflow of foreign direct investment into the country, it is okay by me. If there is enough technological advancement in the country, it's okay by me. If Nigeria is well respected and it used to be in the world that the president's travel is networking, is now bringing so much goodie, so much respect that Nigeria image across the world is now at a very good rating, then I'll be happy with the president. So presidents do travel to bring goodies to their country, to bring dividend of democracy, to bring foreign direct investment, to market their country. So if we are not seeing much of foreign direct investment, what can be the reason? Is it that the president is not marketing Nigeria well, or those that he is marketing Nigeria to have refused to buy? Well, I would say from the first one that it's not that the president is not marketing Nigeria well. Sincerely, Tinubu has done better than Buhari, that will go abroad and say, oh, Nigerian youth, lazy youth, they just want free money. Tinubu has not done that kind of mistake of demarketing the country. But then the problem is that the president himself has a lot of baggage. He's going around with a lot of baggage. The certificate issue, the drug issue, is giving him a lot of baggage. And that is why People's Gazette reported recently that the president allegedly spent $2.7 million to hire lobbyists to help them rebrand his damaged image. So the thing is that if the president is going outside the country to lobby for the country and we are not seeing the dividends of it, then it is an issue. It means that those that he is selling Nigeria to have refused to buy. But then refusing to buy goes beyond the personality of the president. Let us be fair. Like I used to say on this platform, we don't hate anybody. I don't like anybody. I don't hate anybody. In fairness to Bola Ahmed Tinubu, if the foreign investors, if other countries are refusing to buy into the ideas of investing or assisting Nigeria, it is not only because Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a controversial figure. It's not about the embarrassment that the certificate and drug has brought to him. There are other inherent flaws that Nigerians have had that have been put in place by successive governments beyond that of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And one of the things is that Nigeria is not secured. Before the time of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Nigeria has always been unsecured, in fairness to the president. So the thing now is, what is the president doing to make sure that that insecurity is eradicated? But before now, Nigeria has not been secured, and the president, it is now left for him to secure the country, because no investor will bring money into the country, and at the end of the day, you won't be able to take your money out because of insecurity. That is one thing that is very, very crucial. So you market Nigeria from now to tomorrow. So long as the country is not secure, people will not come. And that is why they should try and listen to Peter Obi, because it is not every word that comes from the opposition that is wrong. In fact, the best people that can analyze you is people that are watching. If you look at the game of football, the people watching you are the best players. So the opposition that is looking at your step, they are one of the best people that can advise you, because at the end of the day, you are not producing. And Peter Obi said, okay, from consumption to production. So if Nigeria is producing, that means that you have something to market. It's just like now, if Nigeria is producing, it means that maybe a country needs a meal. They have bread, but Nigeria have beans. So bread and beans make a meal. I'm looking for the simplest ways. I don't like to use very complex example, because I know it's not everybody that studied politics or political science. So I try to be as soft as possible. So if a country has bread but doesn't have beans and is looking for beans, that country will be looking for somebody that has beans to partner with to make a meal. But if you don't have bread, you don't have beans, you will be at the mercy of that country. So Nigeria must be producing something for other countries to want to align with us. And to make matters worse, even the resources that we have, they have refused to do this devolution of powers so that each state can control their resources. It is Nigerian government that is controlling every resources in Nigeria. If a resources now, a natural resources is found in your father's backyard, it automatically belongs to Nigerian government. Anything that is found more than 6 feet belongs to Nigerian government. So that means that the corpse that are buried, on the ground 6 feet belongs to you, because the corpse, they bring any money. But if it is a natural resources, it belongs to the federal government, and it is the federal government that would administer it. So we need to devolve powers, and the presidents need to be more strategic, because he says that Nigeria does not have money. Okay, Nigeria does not have money. Peter Obi have said the money you are spending on foreign trips is too much, because the anger that your jet or plane will stay in, you need to pay. Then you need to pay extra costs, the pilot, the air hostess. A lot of expenses are going into this thing. And the president himself has said that Nigeria does not have money. So I think it would be good for the president to begin to reflect and begin to act like Nigeria truly does not have money. What am I trying to say? He should not travel except when it is of utmost importance. This is the days of technology. So if you know that this summit, you are supposed to be there, but it won't bring much for Nigeria, tell the organizers of the summit to put you on virtual, like to deliver your address or keynote address or any address that you want to address virtually. This is the days of technology. You will deliver your address within 10-15 minutes. Your colleagues there will clap for you, and that is the end. You can tell them that you have urgent national issues to attend to. But if it is a summit that those people will bring goodies to Nigeria, and Nigeria also have something to sell to them in return, then you can go. Every summit, every diaspora trip should have something great, should have meaningful impact on Nigeria, and Nigerian government itself should begin to work on some of these things, because all these investors, they won't come if they know that you can easily twist your judiciary to get one frivolous injunction that will spoil all their business and foreign investment. They won't come. And like I've asked some people, if you are in Nigeria and you have $50 billion, you that you are in Nigeria, will you bring it into Nigeria with the level of insecurity and other? So the presidency still has a lot to do. He is trying, and I pray that God grant him success, because if God fail to grant him success, you and I and our family, we suffer it. And if you are not in Nigeria, you have families in Nigeria, so there's no way you can detach yourself totally from Nigeria if you are of a Nigerian ancestry. So may God grant the president's success, but I think it's high time for him to be more strategic about his foreign travel and to begin to spend wisely in such a way that any money that we are spending on his travel, we know that it is like a seed that it will germinate to bring forth good fruit, that it will multiply for the benefit and growth of Nigeria. And the Tinubu boys should not always be quick to cast aspersion on the opposition. Some of the things they are saying, there are great meanings in it, and some of them are the utmost truth. It's been an interesting time with you on this episode of Politin with Dr. Omoshola Deji. Dr. Deji is a political scientist with a PhD in political science. Do well to subscribe, turn on your notification button, catch up with my past videos, and of course, I have great interesting videos coming your way. Till I see you again, always remember that I love you all sincerely.